So guys, I just want to break down a video that talks about managing money and what you should actually do with your money once you start making it from SMMA and stuff like that. So I know that a lot of people talk about getting clients and whatnot, but what happens after you get clients? Like, you deliver the service and now you're left with this money. What should you use that money for, and what should you really invest in, and what should you do with it basically? So let's just jump straight into it and break this down real quick. So guys, welcome back to the channel. You guys know what to do. I'm pretty sure you've heard all the other channels say the same thing, like, comment, subscribe, turn on the notification bell, and make sure you drop a comment. It actually really does help with the algorithm, which is why everybody freaking says it. But go ahead and do that for me. That would be a big favor, and yeah, it will actually help me push my channel out to more people and spread my word more and stuff like that. But guys, look, if you're new around here as well, make sure you drop me a follow on Instagram and actually go and send me a DM if you're confused about anything or have any sort of questions about SMMA or any sort of business thing online. Well, I don't know all friggin' businesses online, but if it's SMMA related, I can definitely help you out. But guys, look, in today's video, I want to do something a little bit different and talk about like what you should actually do with your actual money once you start making it. So there's going to be a time where obviously you're struggling to get clients, and then once you start getting clients, you now have money and whatnot and disposable income that you can actually use. So if you stay consistent with SMMA, you are going to make, I genuinely believe that this business model is a real solid, authentic way of building a business just using solid business principles basically and foundations. It's not like a get rich quick scheme. It's not I didn't get rich quick. I'm not rich at all. In fact, I'm still not at that 10k per month mark. In my last video, I broke down that I'm actually making 6.1k revenue, 70% profit margin. So you do the maths on that. If you're new around here, if you haven't seen that video, go and watch that previous video on my channel. But essentially guys, what I want to do is talk about like money management, because I actually did some really stupid shit when I first started like making money and whatnot. I'm probably the least, first of all, before we even get into this, I'm probably the least qualified to do this video, but hey, it's my channel, I want to do it, and I want to give you guys a little bit of insight, and maybe I'll be able to help somebody who's still not making any money with SMMA so that you guys can avoid the mistakes I made. So second of all, your money is your money. You can do whatever the fuck you want to do with your money, but for me, I just want to give you a couple of examples as to what you can spend your money on and whatnot. Now that I'm actually making some decent money and I'm actually investing into certain things like getting a new laptop, and well, I will be getting a new laptop, investing in this chair that you're looking at right now, the camera that I'm filming on, the microphone that's actually plugged into the camera, that sort of stuff guys. So first of all, before I even get into that, I just want to say again that this is not like financial advice. This is not I'm not a tax advisor. I'm not giving you legal advice here. I'm not giving you tax advice here. I believe I legally have to say that, all that shit. But essentially guys, go and do your own research. So guys, look, what should you be spending your money on? Look, I know what it's like when you think you're just gonna jump into SMMA, you're gonna make 10k per month straight in like the first 10 days or something like that, and you're just gonna go out and spend it all on clubbing, traveling, buying a Rolex, all that sort of shit. Now, I'm not saying you shouldn't do all that sort of shit. So I believe, in life, you've got one life to live. You need to experience as much as you possibly can experience. I feel like the purpose of life is to go out there and gain experiences. Now, there's gonna be a barrier to those experiences, which is money. So I understand where people get the idea of, money doesn't buy happiness. I believe that is definitely true. You can't actually buy an emotion. And I've heard a lot of people who've actually made a lot of money say that, like, once you actually do make a lot of money, it's just gonna amplify the feelings you had before. So if you're already sad without money, having like 100k per month is just gonna make you even more sad, because now you've got quote unquote less like things to be sad about, because you're literally making 100k a month and you're still sad. So now you can't even blame it on the fact that you don't have money anymore because you're making 100k profit a month and stuff like that. So that's actually really sad. I've heard a lot of people say that like, if you're an asshole, like just an actual dick, having money is just gonna amplify that. So I've heard all of that sayings, but guys, what I want to do is break down certain things, such as like with money and this whole sort of stuff. It's normally a taboo topic. Like, nobody really likes talking about it, but I do believe in the fact that money cannot buy happiness, but it does allow you to afford the experiences that bring you happiness. And what I mean by that is, let's say you want to take your kids to Disneyland. I don't have kids or anything like that, or you want to take your wife to Disneyland, or taking your family on holiday. Me personally, I love being around my family and whatnot and doing awesome stuff like that and traveling and eating, you know, fancy food and whatnot. Those are the things that bring me happiness. But think about it. There's a dollar assigned to that. There's a dollar tag assigned to that. And what I mean by that is you can't just go to, for example, like New York. When I went to New York and whatnot, that made me happy. But it wasn't the money that made me happy. It was the fact that I could afford to go to New York, and it was the actual me being in New York and walking around and being on Times Square and all that sort of shit. That's what made me happy. But again, it was the money that allowed me to do that. So I can see the fact that yes, money probably won't make you happy. Again, me personally, I don't even think I'm even remotely close to talking about whether or not money buys happiness or not. And that should be me. That's just me being brutally honest and just being brutal on myself. And like me personally, I don't think you should even talk about money until you're making some serious money. I'm talking like 1 mil at least a year. That sort of realm, basically. At least 1 mil a year. And that's like the bare minimum, to be honest with you. But like guys, I just wanted to break this down as to like what sort of stuff can you then, you know, invest in, and how should you use your money and whatnot. Again, this is not legal advice. You can do whatever the fuck you want to do with your money. But me personally, I kind of got this from Iman Gaji. So if Iman Gaji is ever watching this, shout out to you, because you are a wise ass dude. But like, think about it. He even says himself, like, when it comes to making money online and whatnot, and even just making money in general, don't go out and buy things just because they're cool. Basically, what you should do is buy things that are going to eliminate the stuff that you don't like doing anymore. And what I mean by that is, like, let's say you're making 10k per month. Instead of going out there and buying a Rolex, which is cool, I definitely do believe you should be treating yourself and whatnot. But before you do that, I feel like you should have solid foundations in place and eliminate all the stuff you don't like doing. For example, if you don't like ironing your own clothes and whatnot, you should then go and, now that I've said that, I need to go adjust my clothes. But like, if you don't like ironing your own clothes, go and find a company that will iron your clothes for you. Or if you don't like editing your YouTube videos, for example, get a person to edit your YouTube videos. That's exactly what I did when I started making some, well, to be fair, it took me a long time to do it because I didn't want to release control, and this is actually a thing in business where you want to hire somebody, a team member, but you don't want to give up control of your business because you like it in a particular way. I understand that as well. But like, guys, what I'm trying to say here is don't go out there and just start spending money on like bottle service. That's not going to bring you any value, and it's not going to increase the quality of your life. That's the big key there. You want to buy things that are going to increase the quality of your life. And what I mean by that is like this office chair. I think I paid £256, so that's like including like VAT or whatnot. But I think that's around just under $300 or something like that. I was going to buy a cheaper one, but I don't even believe you should go cheap when it comes to your office equipment. Anything to do with business, you should not go cheap. I've tried it multiple times. Even look back on my channel when I said I got this camera that you're looking at me on right now. So I tried to buy it for cheaper than it actually was, and it actually backfired on me. With this chair, I tried to buy a cheaper chair as well. Well, to be fair, there was a certain chair that I wanted that wasn't actually in stock, so I looked around the internet and tried to grab that chair, and it was actually a cheap price. I should have known it's probably too good to be true. Went and tried to buy that, and then it didn't actually come, so I had to order this chair. So I ended up spending like over like £400 or something like that just on office chairs, and I'm still owed by another company for the other office chair. But essentially, I bought this to increase the quality of my life. It actually makes me want to turn up to work more, and it allows me comfortability while I'm working, so it actually makes me work more. I actually like the look of this chair, so it actually, you know, fits in with the office, and it makes my environment more of a nicer place to actually work in. And when I feel nice at work, I feel good, and when I feel good, I do good work, basically. So this is one of the reasons why I bought it. Not only that, but like you can break it down into like, you know, I'm gonna be in this chair literally probably like 6 hours a day. And when I say 6 hours a day, I'm talking like deep focus work. I could have said 12 hours a day, but trust me, nobody's really working 12 hours a day these days. Nobody has the fucking mental capacity for that, unless you're like Gary Vaynerchuk or like Elon Musk or some shit like that. And even then, they're probably, if you look at their actual day, what they do day to day, what you might be able to tell that some of the stuff they're doing is a little bit fluff and whatnot. Elon Musk, I love Elon Musk, but I do believe that like even when he says he works like 20 hours a day, I'm thinking that's not healthy. He probably does, to be fair, because that guy's crazy. But long story short, guys, here's what I believe you should be investing in. And again, I actually took this concept from Iman Gaji. If the thing you're trying to buy doesn't help you make more money, then that's probably not a good thing to buy. Or if it doesn't bring you happiness to enjoy your work, as in the thing that you're buying, like this chair, for example, if it doesn't actually make you feel as if you want to do more work, then don't buy it. And the third thing I think he said was, if it doesn't actually help you increase the quality of your life, just overall life, or eliminate something that you don't like doing, then don't invest in it. So those are the three things I kind of live by. And before you even get into all that, make sure, again, guys, that whenever you're making money and whatnot, you actually set aside money for taxes. This is a big one. Make sure you're actually tax registered and stuff like that. Again, this is not legal advice or anything like that. I don't believe you should need. I know a lot of people are gonna be like, oh, sure, does that mean I need to go register a business? No, don't go and register your business unless you're making like, and this was my mistake. I should have registered my business when I was making like 10K per month instead of like a small amount. So don't go and go out there and just immediately register a business. Just make sure you're actually, you're tax registered and making sure that you're actually gonna be paying tax and putting money aside, so you know how much you actually need to actually pay in tax, basically. So that would be my advice. Make sure you're only buying stuff that's gonna actually increase the quality of your life. So again, just give you another example. Instead of going out on the weekend and blowing like $200 on like bottle service, or even more than like $500 on bottle service, why don't you upgrade your office equipment that's actually going to increase the quality of your life? Or even go and find a person that's going to edit your YouTube videos, or a person that's actually going to do your lead sourcing for you, and spend $500 on that instead, so you don't have to do your lead sourcing, so you can just focus on outreach instead. And that's the sort of stuff you should really be investing your money on. And I'm pretty sure I don't need to really tell you guys that, but I know that there's some people out there that just think, oh, when I'm rich, I'm just gonna be buying, Yeezys and fucking Gucci wallets and all that dumb shit, and just going to the clubs and spending loads of money on alcohol. I'm actually trying to quit alcohol right now, guys. It's just, by the way, this is like just another tangent. Like, if you're trying to build any sort of business, like, just eliminate alcohol, man. Like, alcohol is it's like the direct opposite of everything that business stands for. Like, it's literally the direct opposite of business systems. It just literally holds you back. That's one of my biggest mistakes as well. So I might actually make a video of like the top 3 biggest mistakes. One of the biggest mistakes was thinking that, once you start making money, you can just go and buy bottle service. Second mistake was like friggin' just thinking that I can just drink and still build a business at the same time, and that will actually work. That's one of the biggest mistakes. And one of the third mistake would be like thinking that you can actually achieve your goals being the same character as you was prior to the goals. Basically, you need to change your actual identity. Your whole being needs to change in order to achieve your goals. And that's why people have it's almost like a cognitive dissonance between where they're at right now and where they're trying to go, and that's why they feel so much anguish and pain in trying to achieve their goals. But that's for another story for another day. So guys, I just wanted to make a quick video and just put out some thoughts of mine again, on this YouTube channel. And that's kind of what this YouTube channel is all about. Just thoughts, ideas, documenting the journey, giving you guys a real feel as to what's working for me, what's not working for me, just in case somebody comes along and actually maybe finds this interesting and wants to improve their life. They can kind of see the mistakes I've made, see what I'm doing, and kind of build upon that. I've actually had people tell me that they've literally closed clients just through my free YouTube videos. But anyway, guys, I hope that you've enjoyed this. Hope that I've spot some ideas and maybe kind of change your mind about the way you should look at money. I believe that, like, all right, so if you're gonna go and buy a car, for example, I believe instead of going and spending that money on a car, you should invest into an asset that's then going to allow you to buy the car. And what I mean by that is, let's say it's this is a theoretical story here, guys. Let's say you've got some money, you want to put it down on a house. That house is then going to churn out, $500 per month. You then take a bit of that and then put it towards the car, and that basically pays for the car itself. That would be basically the way to do it. Instead of just taking the money and just going and getting the car, you want to put an asset in place that's going to afford the liability, basically. Some good books to read about that is like Rich Dad Poor Dad. I think he's got like a cash flow quadrant, stuff like that. There's a couple books out there. Just go and search for some finance books and you will get way more information than this. This is just literally just some thoughts on top of my head. I'm kind of just rambling at this point. But guys, I hope you've enjoyed this, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.